Today we're taking a look at the Cidoo ABM648 mechanical keyboard and figure out if it's worth your money. It definitely has a lot of things going for it, but there also might be some deal breakers for you, so let's get into it. In terms of packaging, the keyboard comes in a cool looking box with some nice artwork on it, and it also includes a cord cable, but the cord cable isn't really that nice. In terms of RGB lighting, the keyboard has some nice RGB lighting on it, but I really don't care about it. I usually just keep it off. However, one of the reasons the RGB looks that good is because the PCB is north facing, and we really don't like a north facing PCB because it interferes with cherry profile keycaps, and a lot of keycaps are cherry profile keycaps, so it's definitely inconvenient. I mean, yes, there are some ways to go around that incompatibility, but it's overall, just like I said, it's inconvenient to have a north-facing PCB. Having talked about a negative point about this keyboard, let's go over to a positive one, and that is the overall build quality. This thing just feels so solid. It is made from one piece of anodized aluminium, and I can't stress how good it just feels in your hands. In terms of typing experience, I use the Cidoo Mint switches, which are linear and pre-looped. For the keycaps, I use some XDA profile keycaps from Maker. And you also do have to keep in mind that this keyboard is a tray-mount style, and it also comes with an FR4 plate, so the overall typing experience is quite hard, but depending on personal preference, that can be a good or bad thing. In terms of modding, I did all of these mods, and I definitely recommend modding this keyboard because it sounds quite hollow, and also because the stabilizers are just horrible. I tried to mod the pre-installed stabilizers, but it really didn't work out, so I just installed some new ones. So here's an example how this keyboard sounds. I do think that the keyboard sounds pretty alright after the mods, but it also doesn't sound like heaven, like the Maker EK75, which I just got, for example. For me, this keyboard really is about the overall build quality and also about the looks, because to me it looks very unique and just so freaking great. But I also want to talk about a big critique, and that is the connection. This keyboard is advertised as a tri-mode keyboard, so basically a keyboard which can connect via Bluetooth, a 2.4 GHz dongle, and a wired connection to your PC, but it just doesn't really work. It's basically a wired only keyboard. If you want to connect it via Bluetooth or with the 2.4 GHz dongle, it is constantly missing letters and basically unusable. I also contacted the Maker support about it, and they basically said that it is quite usual for the keyboard to miss words if you write rapidly. And I don't know about you, but I don't think that something like this should be just a usual thing and not a concern at all, because if you advertise a keyboard as a tri-mode keyboard, it should also work in all three modes and not only one of them. Maybe there was some misunderstanding in the emails that they didn't really get my point, or I didn't really get their point, but from what I can tell, it's a non-problem. In terms of price, I think it has a price tag of around 170 euros, but it also is quite often on sale for like 85 euros. And then you can also quite a lot of times get a 10% coupon code for Maker. And for that price, I really can recommend this keyboard if you don't mind the north-facing PCB and you don't mind a wire connection with your keyboards. So if you liked the video, please give it a like, and also comment your opinion on this keyboard down in the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more tech content. I see you in the next one. Out.